Welcome back to my channel. My name is Asha Nicole. For those who are new here and for those who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all, it's been a little minute, y'all. It's been a little minute. Okay, so I'm new. It's giving new. It's giving brand new vibes. Okay, so these are my All Eyes on Me lashes. Sorry, JJ back there making noise. These are my All Eyes on Me lashes, and this is my water wavy unit from my collection. So if you would like to get this look, get these lashes, get this wig, head on over to my store and get into the look, baby girl. Get into the look, okay? So if you are new here, we are the Fly Girls, this is the Fly Gang, this is the Fly Crew. If you want to be a part of the gang, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, like this video, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a beat, you don't miss nothing, girl. Ring my bell. Okay, and I'm not gonna talk y'all ears off. I just can't get over how good I look. Like, you know, it's giving brand new, it's giving Miss Mama's, it's giving Barbie. Okay, so yes, go ahead and check my store out so you can get this look as well. All right, so let's just jump right into the video. Today on this episode of Girls Talk, well, Sister Talk. Today on this episode of Sister Talk, we will be talking about not settling. And we're not settling in relationships. We're not settling in for friendships. We're not settling. 2021 and beyond, we're not settling, honey. We don't do that. The Fly Girls do not do that, okay? And I'm going to give this message the way that God gave it to me because I had to work on this myself. I had to overcome this myself. And I just want to relay this message because I know this will help a girl out in the future. So let's just jump right into the video. So let's just get into it, okay? I'm gonna just break it down to the nitty-gritty. And I'm over here, if I look over here a little bit, I'm looking at my notes because, you know, I jot things down when God gives them to me. So yeah. Okay, so when I say not settling, I mean this in the most strict way as possible because I read this quote, and this quote always stuck with me for my whole life. My whole life, this quote has stuck with me. And the quote reads, "You're not alone if you're happy with the person you're alone with." So if you're happy within yourself, you're not alone, okay? And that's what people fail to realize, okay? Let me just grab it because it keeps wanting to fall, okay? My notes keep wanting to fall. Okay, so, and when I say if you're happy with the person you're alone with, you will never be lonely, you will never be alone, okay? So the first steps we need to do in order to be happy single, we need to release expectations, okay? If we want to be happy within our friendships, we need to release expectations, okay? Expectations only set you up for failure. If you're putting your expectations on a person and then they don't meet your expectations, you end up sad, you end up unhappy because you put all of your expectations on a person. The only thing you can do is expect people to be themselves, okay? You can't expect people to be you. You can't expect people to be just like you. You can only expect them to be their selves, honestly, okay? So once you release those expectations, okay, you will see that people can only be themselves, okay? Now, what you can do, what we will do is we will set our standards. We will set our standards. Now, standards prevent you from having low quality experiences, okay? Now, when you have high standards and people don't meet those standards, that's okay, okay? Well, it's not okay, but it's okay to have standards, okay? Now, standards will prevent all of those people from even coming into your life and not meeting those expectations, okay? So let's just jump into the main topic of this sister talk. As women, we've always been taught to be nurturing, be loving, be this compassionate person, and that stems from childhood, okay? As little girls, we were taught to love. We were given baby dolls. We were given dolls and to care for them, feed them, change their pamper, put them in strollers. And then that's just our nature. That's our nature, to be loving. And when we are not that, when we're not in a relationship, okay, when we're not being a mother, when we're not being a friend, we think, oh, we're less of value. And that is totally not true. That's what society paints us. That's what society paints, okay? For example, you go on social media and so you see a couple and they're all, out on dates, they're all on trips, she's getting gifts, he's getting gifts, and you think, okay, well, I must not be of value because I haven't found that yet. And that is so not true. I'm here to tell you, I'm a living testimony, honey. I'm a living testimony, okay? For a very long time, I always, looked for a significant other, okay? I always settled for low quality experiences just to say I had someone. And that is not okay. That is so not okay, okay? So, now, as women, we always put our effort into being the perfect girlfriend. We put our effort into being a wife one day, and that's okay. That is okay. Marriage is beautiful. Being a girlfriend is beautiful. I'm not here to say that being single is the easiest thing to do. It's not. It takes time to be happy and single. You have to be happy with the person you're alone with, honestly, okay? And you have to understand that you're whole by yourself. The only thing people can do is add to your happiness, okay? So, for example, you have to go take yourself out on dates. You have to take yourself shopping. You have to find a hobby, because there'll be times when that significant other or when that friend is not there and you're not, you won't have anyone, and your significant other will have to, work, or your friend will have to work, or, they'll be just busy doing other things, and you're going to be back in that lonely, sad state because you think that another person is going to make you happy. And that's a huge burden to put on someone, okay? That's a huge burden for someone to have to live with every day to make you happy. And that's not okay. No one can make you happy. You have to make yourself happy, and what other people do is only an addition to your happiness, okay? All right. So now that we got that under control, we have to break it down, okay? We have to break it down. Why are we unhappy when we're single? Why do we so desperately need someone when we're single? And it's because either you don't like the person you're alone with, you don't like yourself, okay? Or you're trying to fill a void, okay? And you're trying to put that void onto someone else, all right? So, loneliness, being lonely, okay, if you're not happy with the person you're alone with, being lonely only causes desperation, okay? And then you end up ignoring the red flags, okay? Now, red flags are a trend on social media right now. You see all these red flags and how people, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, this is a red flag, but people are ignoring those red flags. Why are people ignoring those red flags? Because of desperation. Because people are desperate. They don't like who they're alone with. They don't like being single. They think they're less of value because they're single. They think they're less of value because they don't have a lot of friends. And that's so not true. That's not true. Okay? And desperation causes you to end up experiencing low quality people, honestly. Honestly, when you're desperate for friends, when you're desperate for a relationship, you end up settling for the most toxic people. Honestly, you end up settling for a less fulfilled relationship. You end up settling for a less fulfilled friendship when God has someone made specifically for you. Okay, when you're working on yourself and you're in your purpose, okay, and you're focusing on you, God will have someone out there that's focusing on their self, finding their purpose, and when you guys both are ready and when you guys are both healed, he will bring you guys together in a divine union, and it will be beautiful, and it will be so beautiful, and it won't come with any toxicity, it won't come with the red flags, it won't come with any of that, because you guys were both ready for that. Okay, so let's just sum everything up of what we've been talking about this whole time. So in conclusion, the whole breakdown of what we've been talking about, for example, I'll give my testimony on why this year I found myself having to learn these lessons. Okay, so this year I was like so close to being married. I was so close to being married. I was about to be a wife. I thought I found my soulmate. I thought I found my twin flame. And I was ignoring all the red flags. I was ignoring my standards. I was ignoring the red flags because he told me he wanted to marry me. He told me, he gassed my head up with all these illusions of him being the perfect husband, when in actuality, I was being gaslighted into something that I didn't want to do. I just wanted to be a wife. And that is not okay. Like, being a wife is not the end all be all success. That's not success, honestly. It's successful if that's your goal, but in actuality, it's not really, being a wife. Okay, you're a wife. What else? What do you have besides being a wife? What do you bring to the table besides being the wife? What do you bring to the table besides being a mother, besides being a good friend? And that's what I had to learn, and that's why I'm up here today, because I don't want you guys to feel like being a wife is the top tier of all success, because that's what I thought. That's what I thought I wanted. And being so close to being married, I honestly felt like being married is not something that I want to do right now, because I have so much ahead of me. I have my purpose ahead of me. I have my business. I have YouTube. I have so much that I have to accomplish right now, that being a wife will only hinder me. Because being a wife, okay, let's be honest, being a wife is a full-time job. Okay, and that's just not something that I'm ready for right now. And in my divine timing, when God is ready for me, and when my husband is ready for me, and God is finished working on my husband, it will happen, and it will be beautiful, and it will be successful. That's what success is. Not something that comes out of desperation, not something that comes with problems, toxicity, red flags, arguing. Couples argue. That's cool. That's something that happens, because if you're living with someone every day, you're bound to argue, because it's life. We don't always agree on things. But what's toxic is, when it's like an everyday thing, when you're arguing over petty stuff. That's when it's toxic, because deep down you're not happy, and you're projecting that onto your partner. Okay? So, let's just sum everything up of what we've been talking about. Okay, so you can't depend on one person for your happiness. You just can't. You're whole by yourself. Okay, you're whole. You're okay. You're whole by yourself. You're the full package by yourself. Your partner doesn't make you the full package. Being a wife doesn't make you a full package. Being a mother doesn't make you the full package. Having a lot of friends does not make you a full package, okay? So, you just have to be okay with being alone. You have to be okay with spending time by yourself. You have to be okay with, taking yourself out on dates. And that is what, being single, being happy is about, okay? And listen, when you single and when you happy and when you doing it by yourself, that's when they're going to flock. That's when they're going to flock, honey. That's when you're going to get all these toxic friends. You're going to find toxic men because people gravitate towards light. It's like moths. Moths gravitate towards light, okay? And that's when you have to use your discernment and you have to figure out, okay, is this person for me? What is this person adding to my happiness? I'm already happy. What can you do for me? I add value to you, but what can you add value to me? All right? So, and then you have to look at the bigger picture, okay? Look at the bigger picture. Do you like yourself? You have to ask yourself that. Do you like yourself? Like, if you're not okay with being alone, if you're sad when you're alone because you have nobody, then that's a problem. That's an issue. That's an issue that's never going to go away until you find that happiness by yourself. Okay? All right. So, now, someone can't take the burden away. Someone can't make you happy. No one can fill that unhappy void. That's just something that you have to do by yourself in order to be happy, in order to be happy single, okay? So, I'm not going to talk you guys' head off. I hope I said everything that I needed to say. I hope God gave me the words that he wanted me to say for this video, because this is something that I had to learn in 2021. And I always figured, like, I seen this quote that it said that a girl will always seek her boyfriend because she's missing her father's affection. And that quote hit me so hard. That quote slapped me in the face, because it's just like, my dad, he has a ton of kids, okay? It's 5 of us. It's not really a ton, but he never really had time to give his affection to one child at a time. And so I always looked for that affection in a boyfriend. I always looked for that affection in someone else. And this lesson, I'm still learning that it's okay to be single. It's okay to be happy and single. It's okay. It's okay, okay? Like, no one can make you happy. No one. And I'm glad I learned this lesson. 2021 has been great to me. I take my lessons and I thank God so much for them, because if I didn't learn this lesson, I would still be desperate. I would still be out looking for that husband. I would still be out chasing friends. I would still be out doing the things I've been doing. But now that I'm here and I'm at a place where I can actually talk about it and I'm actually okay with it, I'm so glad that I can help you guys with it, because it's hard. It's hard being single if you're not okay with the person you're alone with. So I hope I helped you in this video. There'll be more girl talk, sister talks like this. If you are already subscribed, like I said, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, peace, love, and light. And I will see you guys in another motherfucking video.
She acting naughty, she want me to spank it. Bad little breast, not big.